Can ask me? Why did you gamble? I believe a lot of youngsters of my era, right, we have this experience where our parents or grandparents will write numbers and then they shake, then ask you to pick. Then you pick and then during dinner time, suddenly, wow, they're so happy and they say, wow, you are, then like I feel so good. It's like feel good factor and the experience that makes us feel like, hey, gambling, wow, 4D and then that kind of thing. Then you start to grow into liking or enjoying it.
Some people like to watch movies, some people like to exercise. To me, gambling is just one of the hobbies. At a certain point when I was growing up, my mother started to be biased with my sister. That is what I thought. So to stand out, I have to be exceptionally outstanding. I have to be very wealthy. I have to give her a lot of like 家用 every month. It was only money that have control in everything.
Okay, 为什么我会赌博？那是要追溯到2012年的时候，我突然被诊断说我有那个就是尿道后面的那个子宫有一个胰里肿瘤。那当时的我就非常的伤心啦，可以说，因为我也不知道我要去哪里找钱去医治这个，因为这是一个长期性的，所以那个时候的医药费可以高到大概是100千左右呀，因为每一次去是算千的嘛，所以我很庆幸我女儿说她赚得到那一些钱，可是那一些都是她的血汗钱啊，因为她必须做1个礼拜7天的工作呀，去来维持这样的一个收入。我看到她很辛苦，然后我就希望说，如果有另外一条路能够让我可以去赚取这个医药费的话，就觉得说可以尝试去赌博这样子。
因为那时我刚刚进入做驾德士的时候，觉得很空闲啊，因为一直坐在德士里面，也不知道要做什么，还是去找一点娱乐来玩哦。所以我就跑去一间那种俱乐部，第一次进去还觉得没有什么东西啦，因为觉得好玩嘛，好玩。哇，有赢到钱的时候就惨了，那个时候我就开始沉迷了。
Okay, next question. When did you realize that gambling has taken over your life? It's like at one point, right, I was like staying in the casino for more than 8 months. And to the extent where my mom even can't find me. She only can see my car, but she just know I'm at the casino. So like for myself, I have this, which is one of the highest tiers where you get a lot of benefits. You can get parking, exclusive parking in front of the casino, in front of the hotel lobbies. It gives you this feel-good factor. You are treated like a VIP.
The longest I've spent is like 7 days without going home, without bathing. Eating is not 3 meals lah. Only when I realize that I'm hungry, because you're very pantang ma. Because if you lose, you walk away from the table, you come back, you lose one.
因为我不大会赌那些桌子上的游戏我就会去找那些老虎机。那因为老虎机有那种5毛钱的嘛，那我就去试一试，搏一搏。就刚好我坐在那个机器的前面的时候，突然间那个 jackpot 掉下来，它掉下来的时候是3万。
你花多少？
我才花50多块呀，所以当时你看，你花50多块，你可以赢3万，你觉得那一个引诱力是不是很大？所以当时那个心情是很兴奋，说掉了 jackpot 我可以把这些钱拿去还医药费。那一个感觉你整个人就是很澎湃的，你会觉得哇，我征服了那个老虎机。就在那个时候，我感觉到我是属于那里的因为你觉得你在那边，你是一个赢家。
从早上他一开门，我就在那边等他开门了呢。一开门之后，我就第一个进去，我找一个我最喜欢的那个 machine， 坐在那边。从9点他如果开始，我可以赌到晚上5点。5点之后才去接我的老婆放工，跟她讲我放工了，我没有去哪里，这是骗她咯。
I think gambling addiction, right, is so scary. you don't get any real telltale signs. Like if you're drunk, if you're a drunkard, you every day come home drunk. But a gambler, right, is like a hidden life. You can have an addiction of gambling, but nobody can tell. Yeah.
Starting 你还不觉得自己是毒瘾的，一直觉得是兴趣。等3-5年之后，我真的那个瘾很重了。就算我没有钱哦，借不到钱哦，我还是会去。你会去那边，宁愿不赌啦，可以看人家赢钱，站在那边听他声音，你都很舒服啊。我可以这样做嘞。那时我就觉得我的瘾很假了，很严重了。
I couldn't live a day without gambling anymore. Even though they banned me from the casino, right? So I have to turn to other gambling ways, like 4D, like soccer. So every day I have to go to Singapore pools to queue and then just to buy 4D, which I don't know why I'm doing that. I just need to do it to survive another day.
因为我是一个很好动的人，我很喜欢接触大自然，我喜欢去野餐啊，去看阳光啊，跑步啦、运动啊，甚至去 gym 啊，我都很喜欢去这些。为什么突然间我好像都没兴趣，就是想去赌？所以当时的我就坐在一边，我就觉得我应该是染上毒瘾了吧。
For me to realize that I'm deep into it is when all the bills start to pile up, and when you don't have the means to even pay off already, and it seems like there is no way out already. The only way out is to end your life. But thank God lah, this is very timely. My wife broke the news that she found out she was pregnant. Yeah, and I couldn't bring myself to end my life. So I come from a same background where I have never seen my dad. So that really helped me to step out of the thought of wanting to end my life.
Okay, what is the extent you will go to fit your gambling habits?
Okay. I remember at one point I can take credit card because it's a purchase card. You cannot get money out of it. I can go to a gold shop. You buy a gold bar, a piece of gold bar with your credit card, and then you take this gold bar with loss. You sell it to a pawn shop just to get or generate money out from your credit card to get money to gamble. At the end of the day, my debt was like what, 800,000. I went to the extent of even getting my family, my grandparents' house. So I use the love that they have for me and to cheat off their house. Yeah, it's nothing to be proud of. I really regret.
我可以告诉他们说，我现在在医院我需要这笔钱我还可以去找一些照片来捏造一下。我之前我真的是有这个癌症的问题嘛，这个癌细胞的问题，所以我有那些医药报告嘛，所以我也可能会去利用这些报告来去骗取人家的同情，所以那个是我最大的谎言哦。
I scammed from one of my auntie about $500,000. That was her entire savings. Not counting the other, my sister, and then my parents, and then my friends, because it will end up probably in millions. I will tell them they are investing this amount of money in an investment in like a fund. Every year they will have a guaranteed of probably 13% of revenue. Then it sounds very attractive to them. And I mean, to your own family, you wouldn't suspect, no? You wouldn't suspect that it was like a planned scheme, like a scam. Every step of the entire year, right? Then I was like, I have explanation for them. Because of don't know what, recession, or so the money was not transferred, or the bank has made a mistake on the transfer, I would just drag. I would drag. I think the most serious mistake was I used my sister's identity to go to the money lenders. When I used my sister's IC to take loans from moneylender, I knew that I'm not able to pay back because I knew deep in my heart that I will never win the casino. Gamblers are very selfish people. I have never thought of bearing any consequences. At the point of time, it's like, if this thing were to blow up, the only outcome that will happen to me is like commit suicide. That was the only way out.
我就是那种人哦。第一次我妈妈帮我还，第二次我老婆帮我还，第三次卖了屋子来还，很轻松对吗？也不用去想这么多。卖掉屋子的第三次拿那笔钱的时候啊，他给我1万块，我老婆收在银行要还东西的，我拿这个1万块进入卡西诺赌到完。哇，给他气到啊，那个真的更过分了，哇，真的要跟我离婚了那时。他说我给你3次机会，你都不改，卖掉屋子帮你还债，你也不改。我已经是给19间的阿龙、19间马来人逼到已经很走投无路了。他们一直打电话来追我老婆的电话，他也知道。阿龙的也是会放那些照片出来，我的女儿的名字全部都出来。阿龙也寄那些 instant paper 去我的家，哇，全部都是很够力的东西。我是不怕，因为我怕的是他伤到我的孩子，伤到我老婆，因为我们不知道新加坡阿龙会怎么嘛，会做什么。结果我在想，我死就好，不要害死他们。因为他也是看到我这情形，因为怎么讲也是夫妻关系嘛。我老婆去找上我的朋友，我的朋友就打电话给我说，我可以帮你，他是骗我的。结果把我拉进去 IMH 关了1个月。所以在 IMH 里面，我在里面戒了，我在里面戒。
2017年的时候，我突然间喘不过气来了，所以当天早上我崩溃了，因为我没有办法再还这一个债务。我就告诉了我儿子这件事情，我哭哭啼啼的告诉他说，妈妈面对了一件很大的难题，所以我们2个就互相抱着一起哭。我的女儿就是说，可能就我记得当时她很生气，她就是有一点不想跟我说话，也不想原谅我，我也不懂要该怎么做了。当时就说，只能够求他原谅我。我告诉他，我会重新整顿我整个人生。在我这个人生的路上，我最失败的就是我那段时间，我觉得自己没有做到母亲应该要做的责任。所以我常常到现在，我是很鼓励那些母亲做妈妈的，我都会跟他们说，孩子是你身边最重要的一个人，所以你永远要以你的孩子为做出发点。
我1个月之后出来之后，老婆就把我带去那边跟我隔离，不要给我回家，也不给我看孩子。不过她还是很关心我，我知道她很关心我，她还会去找那些social worker来帮我。那时候我真的是很伤心，很伤心。我决定，我跟我自己讲，我说我一定要把这个毒戒掉，一定要赢回这个家庭到永远了。
I hated myself when I recall the time when my grandparents, the unwillingness on their faces where they give up the house. When my grandmother passed away, I was unable to even repay what I took from her. I use it as a reminder not to fall into that same mistake that I fall myself into again. So I started to become a hawker, sell wonton mee at a hawker store, $3 one plate, yeah, down to earth lah. For me now, it's no longer quick money, but it's hard-earned money, yeah.
The sister that I put her into so much trouble, right? She's supposed to be really furious at me. She's supposed to want me to die. But the moment when I call her, I told her that I want to end my life. And then she tell me not to, and then she help me think of ways to repay the debts. So that is when I hate myself, because then I realized that how selfish I was.
赌博其实造成最大的伤害不是金钱，也不是肉体，而是我心里面的那个创伤，就是跟孩子的关系因为金钱没有了，我们可以赚，我们可以去做工赚回来，肉体上会痊愈，可你是你的心里面的那一个部分，你需要靠很多的时间、很大的勇气去恢复你跟家人的关系。他们都需要知道我的行踪在哪里，他们要知道 make sure 要 100% sure 我不是在赌场，所以他们就会告诉我，妈妈拍一个 video selfie。连有时候我身边的朋友问我，你会很辛苦吗？我说不会啊，我反正觉得很乐意的让他们知道我在改变当中。
It's really time. Only time can show forth your sincerity of how much you have changed and how much you have brought yourself over from So, have you completely stopped gambling?
I have stopped gambling since the day I stepped into the center. 5 to 6 years that I have completely stopped gambling.
Really? Not even on Chinese New Year?
No, I did not gamble on Chinese New Year, even though the entire family was. But they know that I'm in this struggle. So they try not to do it in front of me. They will go to one corner over there to satisfy their needs. So for the first year of Chinese New Year, I feel so lost because all these years it has been gambling. So eventually the second year of Chinese New Year came and then it became easier because in my center, they understand that this is a trialing period. So what they do is they organize tons of activities that you don't even have time to think of, like gambling anymore.
There are so many temptations all around us. Buying a $1 Toto can also rekindle a flame that you don't know how. So that was when there was a point I struggled and I confined to close friends from church. So one of my friends actually prayed over me and he said, make sure that every time I gamble, I will surely lose. And wow, I was like so taken aback. And when that is being said, I suddenly feel, well, if I'm going to gamble and I'm going to lose, what's the point of gambling, right? Then I lost that desire of wanting to gamble.
I'm going to do that for all the new gamblers.
我可以讲说我戒毒了。其实当时我在开始我要戒毒的时候，我都会用一些比较不可以说残暴啦，就是说虐待自己自虐的那一种方式，就是我会用点燃香烟去烫我的手会用小刀去割我的手甚至会捏自己打自己撞自己的头就让自己清醒，其实都不行咯，因为你做完之后你觉得你可以了，可是1-2个星期后你又回来了。你又会觉得你又回去的那个样子，所以我觉得靠自己不行，真的要靠很多你身边扶持你的一些人。
我老实跟你讲，靠我自己很难了。以前我一个人的时候是没有那些朋友的那个groups， 就是很危险，因为我会觉得很空虚，连只有跟家里的人沟通而已，连外面就是没有什么朋友，就是会跑这些赌的东西。现在有这个 group 就不一样，很多东西可以讲全部在 group 里面讲，你们觉得很好玩了，连他们会说，等一下今晚去哪里吃？哇，要去吃什么好料？我们又有一个地方可以去了。所以这个 group 也是对我们很重要，因为是 support group。
多久了
？7年了，到现在不动就是不动。我老婆也现在看到我改了之后，也是很开心了。现在真的赢回了，我赢回我做爸爸的尊严，我赢回我做丈夫的尊严。
Okay, so for me to quit gambling, I found a place with people that show me love, like selfless love, and they empathize my situation. They are very genuine. They really want to help even though we are not related. And they gave me like a lot of support in my life. At that point of time when everybody like trying to like abandon me already, I feel abandoned. And I was a very proud person. I don't normally accept love from people, rather. But this genuine love really touched my heart and it changes me over time, which I didn't even realize. If you could advise your younger self, what would you say? This one very difficult.
Yeah. I would say that you have to really consider and think, are you proud of doing what you're doing? If there's something that you need to hide from someone, anyone, about you gambling, then I don't see a point of you doing it. I almost died. I almost wanted to end my life because of how much I've lost, and I thought there is no way out. So use the money for a better purpose, I think.
So for me to say to my younger self is like, don't be so proud lah. Because whoever that advised me or have been telling me what I was doing was wrong, I will never listen to them because I thought I was better than them. I was like more intelligent than them. So when I want to advise my younger self, I will tell myself that use this intelligence on good ways rather to think of a plot or a scam to cheat some money for gambling, because it hurts everyone and myself too.
我会跟我自己讲，我逢赌必输啊，没有人会赢给这个新加坡铺或者是赌场的，绝对不会的。庄家永远是赢家。
如果可以给年轻的自己一个建议，我会告诉自己，好好的爱自己，活出一个有意义的人生不要沉迷在赌博的那个陷阱里面因为赌博不是一条给你发达的路。
Gambling may start as a harmless activity, but it can become an addiction if people are not mindful about it. This video is made possible by the National Council on Problem Gambling, NCPG. If you or your family members are affected by problem gambling, call the NCPG helpline or approach any of the centres mentioned in our comment section below. Enjoying our series? You can watch more Can Ask Me episodes on our playlist over here. Click on the bell icon to be notified of our latest released episodes.